You know, every time I've started a new role as an executive assistant, I have been given a couple of pieces of paper with handover notes written or typed on them. This really surprises me because every time I have left a position, I have always left behind an executive assistant manual, which is at least 40 pages and includes a cover page as well as a content page for easy reference. This manual also is password protected because it includes some very sensitive information. I don't know how an executive assistant operates without a manual to refer to. It helps me become a better executive assistant. It has everything I need in there and is continuously being updated because my role is continuously evolving. I currently work as an executive assistant for a CEO, and I wanted to share some of the items in my manual. But before I do, please subscribe and like. It really helps my channel. The following items are just a few items I have in my manual. I am not including everything. If I did, this video would be a lot longer than it is. Most of the items I mention will continue to change as my role evolves with time. So without further ado, let's start. The manual starts off with my EA position description, which continues to grow. Then it's got my executive assistant KPI, as well as my executive assistant typical day. This includes the time of the morning I have my catch up with the CEO and the schedule of our discussion. Next on the list is CEO travel and miscellaneous information. This includes passport and license details for booking international or domestic flights, frequent flyer and travel club information, business and personal credit card information, CEO's car registration number in case I have to book parking at the airport, CEO's home address, the name of his partner and children's name, preferred restaurants. You get the picture. Next on this list is the office information, such as stationery supplier details, which includes account numbers and account manager details, the security phone numbers for our building, maintenance company details, office pass registry, catering details, courier information such as the name of the company we use, our account number, and the details on how to book. Another item I have in my manual is the external executive contacts list and their executive assistant list. This list is really useful. I have a list of external executives that my CEO has meetings or lunches with. Besides their name and email address and mobile numbers, I have the name, email address and mobile numbers of their EAs. For any of those executives that get a Christmas e-card from my CEO, I put a star next to their name. Next on the list is meeting information. This includes all dates of meetings I need to set up for my CEO for the year, such as board meetings, risk committee meetings, one-on-one meetings, monthly management meetings. And I also have a list on who attends each of those meetings. For all reoccurring meetings, such as one-on-one meetings, I have a list with the recurring scheduled times for each and every person. And in October, I send out invites for the same time for the following year. Next on the list is the leadership team information. This includes the leadership team's birthday information and whether I have approval to post about their birthday. I also have a list of their mobiles and their home addresses. Next on the list is various software system instructions. In this section, I have instructions on systems I use all the time, as well as systems I use sporadically, such as setting up a Zoom webinar. I also have instructions on our expense software and the exception to the rules for our company. Every company has their own set of rules. All the instructions I add to my manual are step-by-step instructions because that is how I like to learn. Next item is the travel checklist. Now, checklists are my favourite. I don't want to forget anything, especially when it comes to the CEO travelling. I have made videos on checklists and I will include the link below in a description box. Next on this list, I have the travel itinerary template. I fill this template with all flight and accommodation details and all information of meetings and where they'll be held. Once completed, this template is copied and put into an email and sent to my CEO. I also add all the travel information to my CEO's Outlook calendar with all e-tickets and confirmations attached. I have an end of year in October checklist. This is quite an important checklist and will help you shine as an EA. I have posted a video about this, which I will link in the description box below. Next is things to do annually by month checklist. This checklist, I haven't got a video for it yet, but it's a checklist divided by what to do each month. It doesn't go into too much detail. I will give you a couple of examples of what is on that list. In early July, I send out invites for our end-of-year performance review, and once I do that, I tick that box. Another example. In August, I have discussion with the CEO about the company Christmas party. I have a list with a few venue options and I let the CEO decide. Once the venue is agreed on, I make the reservation and I tick the box. I like to make our Christmas reservations in August because the best venues are usually booked out by September. We all know how hard it is for an executive assistant to start a new job, so when I leave, I try to leave the place for the next EA better than when I started. I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.